I know people have different opinions of the world of spirit, that's for sure. And some individuals are going to be totally involved and engaged and excited about what I'm going to share today. And other people are going to go, I think David's lost it. I want to talk about my dad's visitation yesterday. As many of you know, my mom died 3 years ago, and she's visited me multiple times. And my dad died a year ago, a little bit more than that. And he's visited me several times, not as profoundly as my mom. I mean, my mom has come as a vision of herself, for God's sake, multiple times, standing in front of me, just blowing my mind. And I know a lot of people struggle with this. They think, oh, there can't be true. You're making this up. You just want to see your mom. You just want to hear your dad or whatever it might be. But, it's not true. And one of the ways I can prove it's not true is the patterns that's happened. I mean, with my mom, it's been 3 years. And over those 3 years, every year she's visited multiple times. And there's been people with me. Now they have not seen her, but they've seen my reaction. They've seen, how we interact. They've heard me talk. I mean, it's just crazy, and it's all in a lucid state. I'm not in a dream state, astral travel. I'm not doing anything other than being David Essel. And these things happen. You're tuned into the most positive podcast in the universe, David Essel Live, right here on Buzzsprout.com. And all you have to do is go to Buzzsprout, Google David Essel. You'll find thousands of hours of interviews from my Sirius XM days all the way up to today. So let me explain something here about people that visit from the other side, people that visit us from once they've passed over. I found in the last 3 years an amazing education that I've heard about for years, but never experienced, so I wasn't sure it was true. That people who have passed over, our loved ones who have passed over, can continue to communicate with us. I mean, there's multiple books out on this. One's called Signs, and, it's the signs that our passed over loved ones leave for us in a variety of different ways. My mom, I had mentioned this before, never had a female cardinal at my bird feeder until my mom died. When my mom died, all of a sudden there's a female cardinal. Then when my dad dies, all of a sudden there's a male cardinal. And then they visited me in many different ways. But yesterday was really special. I'm standing in a Hallmark card store. Now, the last time I was in a Hallmark card store, I was probably 7 with my mother. Okay, I don't go to card stores. I don't buy cards. I don't send cards. But I needed to send cards to a couple people that, professional coaches, as a matter of fact, that I work in the world with professional athletes. And I got a couple cards in the mail from coaches, and I'm responding to them. It's really beautiful. I mean, to get away from internet and actually do physical cards is beautiful. Handwritten cards between me and professional athletic coaches. It's just the best. So I'm standing in line, and all of a sudden this guy comes up behind me, and he's got to be in his 80s. And, he looks at me and he goes, well, I guess I have to stand behind you, don't I? kind of like joking around. And I said, yeah, you're going to have to, because you ain't getting by me. And so we laughed a little bit. And then he looked at my bracelets, my beads, my prayer beads. And he said, hey, you need some more bracelets there. And I looked down and I said, you're right. There's this whole space right here that's completely vacant. And we're laughing and having a great time. And, he's all of a sudden, I looked at him and I said, sir, I don't know if you're going to understand this, but you not only remind me of my dad, you're acting like my dad. My dad is here. He's passed away a couple years ago. But do you know at 72, sir, he became an altar boy. My dad was a CPA. He was an introvert. He was nice to people when he was out. He would have conversations. He was very easy to get along with. But he wasn't someone to go up to people in the store and just start talking until the age of 72, when he became an altar boy in the Catholic Church. And it changed everything. And I remember after that, seeing him in banks and stores and restaurants and just talking it up, being in line, paying for a bill at a restaurant. We'd go out for lunch and, he would walk up and he'd just be chatting with the cashier like he knew her forever. And it was my dad, and when you're open-minded and you create gateways that I've been teaching people for years now, you'd be amazed at how many times you'll start getting these signs. Now, this was a blatant sign. The guy's demeanor, his size, his stature, his body language, his smile, his little teasing, that it was 100% my dad. 100%. And I'm sharing this with you for a couple of reasons. Number one, I want you to know that if you have these experiences, you're not crazy. And there are many clients that I've worked with over the years. I'm working with several right now in the grieving process that have lost loved ones, and that we actually teach them how to look for signs from the other side. And we teach them how to create gateways. Gateways are openings where we invite people from the other side into our existence. I do it every day with my mom and dad. I say, oh my God, surprise me. Please come as something, make me aware, make me awake. Let me know your presence is here. And does it happen every day? No. But when it happens, it's profound and it's beautiful. And it tells me that love is everlasting. And yesterday, my father was just letting me know how much he loved me and that he's with me all the time. And he just proved it in a Hallmark card store. I have other people that will say to me, oh my God, my husband or my wife used to do A, B, C, D, E, and all of a sudden I'm seeing coins on my bathroom counter in the shape that he used to leave coins for me, teasing me. And all of a sudden they're appearing, and he's been gone for a couple years. These are signs, and I want you to be as open-minded as possible. Share these videos. Allow people to know that we can connect and have love eternal, love everlasting, because we're going to join them one day in the ethers, in the astral worlds, in the alternative universes, wherever we end up. We'll be joining our loved ones. So why not continue to have a relationship now? Why let earth and our physical body stop us from loving those people or the pet we've lost as deeply as possible? If I can help you at all, go to talkdavid.com. Let's work together. And we offer 4 free books there that could help you as well, no matter what you're going through in life. I'm just here to help. That's the only reason I'm on earth. And I'll continue to do as much as I can to help people heal and maybe open minds, because my mind wasn't this open 40 years ago. I wouldn't have believed that these things could happen. I've learned a lot. And I want to share what I'm learning. And I hope that the sharing will help you. Feel free to share these videos. Again, the website, talkdavid.com. You've been tuned in to David Essel Live right here on Buzzsprout.com, the most positive podcast in the galaxy. I'm David Essel. Have a beautiful day.